Oh shoot. Need to move this guy back. There we go. Move this back up to here. Oh god, I hate setting up everything. I think that should be it, right? Hello, hello. Let me know if my audio is good, if I'm like too quiet or not. Okay, so I'm doing a Brawler Honesty Tier List, so like I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but like if you're an honest brawler, you play the game and like you don't have any gimmicks. You win just by being better at the opponent. That's what I think an honest brawler is. And then like if you're dishonest, okay, let's just be real. Someone like, I don't know, Buzz Lightyear gets a super in 3 shots in his saber form, and then has like some crazy jump that leaves him invulnerable, and then he lands on someone with CC. That to me is a dishonest brawler. So like, that's what we're going for here today. I don't really have a plan. I just wanted to do this for fun, cause why not? I also don't have any music, cause I I might make this into a video. Alright. Let me see here. I do have like some placements in mind already, but you can feel free to debate them with me if you want. I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. So like, alright, let me just like fix chat up a bit here. Sorry about that. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm right. You can debate me on any placement you want if you want, but I don't know if you're gonna change my mind. So, okay, I'm just gonna go in like order of like alphabetical, because that's like what's here right now, I guess. Except Buzz Lightyear, I don't know why he's down there. Okay, 8-bit. I think he's like, I don't think he's dishonest. I think it's like his TP's kind of funny, but that's not like terrible. His hypercharge is like average, I think. Maybe a little bit below average, so it's not like worth talking about. What's keeping him from being like completely honest to me is like maybe his damage. His damage is a bit crazy. I don't know if that's like enough to keep him out of honest, but I'm just gonna say it's too much, I think. A little bit. But that's what like, you know, some brawlers can be like a little dishonest and still be fine. I think 8-bit's kind of like that, you know? He's not like entirely honest because you can delete someone in like 2 shots, but like, you know, he's got his weaknesses, so that makes him fine. Where do I place myself? You know, I'd be above honest, to be honest. I'm like a saint, actually, so. Alright. Amber. Where did I put Amber? Okay, yeah, I put her in like cheesy. She's kind of just like, you hold down the auto aim button and you run down people. Okay, maybe I might put her in dishonest, actually. The fire spin gadget is like insanely stupid. It used to be stronger. Now it's like a bit toned down, but it's still pretty stupid. Burn is dumb. Her hypercharge is insanely stupid. It's just like, I don't know, you play against an Amber, you lose, you don't go, oh yeah, no, that Amber completely outplayed me. You just go, oh yeah, that Brawler is insanely stupid. And she is. So I'm gonna put her in dishonest. Yeah, I think that's fine. Uh, Ash, I might put him like borderline. I think he's fine. I think his like hypercharge is kind of fair. It's not like there's like counterplay to it. Like if you purist, you just like negate his hypercharge for the most part. I think what's keeping him from being like higher is like his damage is just a little crazy. Like doing with damage gear, I think it's like 3.8k a shot. Like that is a little much, I think. And he has a self heal as well. So like you know, this brawler isn't entirely fair, you know. He's not entirely honest, I would say. So I put him in borderline. He could be cheesy if you like really hate Ash, but I think it's just fine. Okay. I think our first honest character is like probably Barley. Like, dude, Barley's like the least gimmicky character in the game. Like, in my opinion, like one of them. His shots are like not crazy. They don't do too crazy damage, but like they're pretty respectable. Both his gadgets are like not crazy either. He doesn't have any like gimmicks that he uses to win the game. He's just an honest character. What can I say? The only like crazy thing about him you could say is like maybe his hypercharge. Like that thing covers the entire map, but like I don't think it's that stupid enough to put him down a tier. I think he's like completely honest, to be honest. So that's where I'm gonna put him. B, this thing is like probably cheesy, maybe. Actually, I might put her in dishonest. Do I? I'm kind of biased because all like the hacker B's in ranked is making me think she's dishonest. That brawler is so stupid in the hands of like a hacker, just because she's so easy to play. She's got one ammo, so you can like spam as much as you want with her. Her super is okay. Her big shot does insane damage, and she can have two of them if she whiffs. Her hyper is pretty good, and being able to auto aim people that are slowed down by your super is like a little stupid, if I had to admit. Do I put her in cheesy or dishonest? I don't know. I'm gonna put her in dishonest for now, I think. I just think being able to spam 5Ks every like 2 seconds is like not entirely fair, you know? Maybe I'll move her up later once I get more placements in. Belle. I actually had Belle and Honest when I was like doing placements by myself, but like now that I think about it, this probably is like kinda stupid. Like her shots are like they don't do much damage, but the bounces are really stupid, is one thing. Her nest eggs are infinite now, that gadgets are just on a cooldown and not on like a limit. And then her super marking people is like permanent, which is like a little silly. I know like you aren't supposed to live that long in this game, like dying is normal, but like I just think permanent mark is a little silly, no? And oh yeah, and her hypercharge being like auto homing, I don't think she's completely honest. I think she's authentic, like A tier honesty. I think that's fine. But like I would not put her up in the honest tier. Now BB, BB, I did put an honest in like when I was doing this by myself, because like my thought process is like she doesn't have any like crazy gimmicks. She has her knockback, which she has to like hold on to her shots to work for, I guess. She doesn't do as much damage as like someone like Ash does per shot. And like the only dishonest thing I'd say about her is like maybe the bubble, but like I don't know. I aim every bubble and I know where it's gonna go every time. So I think that's pretty honest, but like you could argue maybe like the hypercharge bubble is like complete guesswork RNG stupid. But I don't think that's enough to bring her down a notch. I think everything she does is like pretty fair, in my opinion. If I lose to a BB, I'm not gonna be that mad. Bonnie, I would have Bonnie like kinda. I think she'd be A if it weren't for like her hypercharge. That thing is stupid. I don't know why they keep giving brawlers like hard stun CC. Like they gave it to Bull. I think that's pretty stupid. I don't like hard CC. It's just unfun to play against. And Bonnie jump is kind of hard to land, but like the fact that it also like stuns where you jump from is kind of stupid in my opinion. And like the damage is pretty high too. I mean, it's always been like kind of high, but like with a hypercharge, it's just a bit more stupid. I mean, other than that, she's kind of slow. She has one shot, but it's like kind of a slow reload as well. And she has to like use her gadget to like, I don't know, juke things or like speed up her reload. That's on a decent cooldown, I think. I don't know. Supercharges in like 3 shots. I don't think she's like insanely cheesy or dishonest. You don't know what the criteria for honesty here? It's like if a brawler is like, if they rely on like gimmicks to win the game or like very strong broken abilities, they'll be like on the bottom here. But like if they don't, my best example is like Barley versus Dynamite. Dynamite has like a one-shot super and a stun gadget. That's pretty dishonest. But like Barley doesn't have anything that would like cheese him out and win the game, you know? That's kind of like what I'm going for here. Oh shoot. I just realized I have to move this up if I want to keep the text there. Alright, whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm going for here. You know, before Hypercharge Bow, I would have put him a bit higher, I think, but this guy is just so stupid. Like, the Supercharged Totem is dumb. The fact that his Hypercharge charges up so quick is dumb. The fact that he can have, what, like 9 mines on the field at one time is just stupid. I would have put him higher if it weren't for that. Brock is, like, completely honest. I think, I was talking about this with someone earlier, but, like, this guy might be the most honest brawler in the game, no? Like, his shots are pretty slow, they're, like, kinda hard to hit, but like, compared to someone like, I don't know, like Piper, it's harder to hit, at least. Both his gadgets are, like, not anything crazy. His super is kind of hard to hit, too. And his hypercharge is pretty ass, I have to admit. But I think that just makes for an honest brawler, no? Like, his damage is respectable if you, like, hit people, I guess. But, like, you kind of have to aim for that. It's just not, you know, unless you aim at, like, max range. But even then, I don't think it's, like, that insane. I think he's, like, the most honest brawler in the game, probably, if it's not Barley. I'm gonna put him in honest. Bull, dude, if Bull didn't get his rework, I think I would have put him, like, honest or higher. Like, dude, Bull pre-rework is like, he was like so hard to play, man. You actually had to know what you were doing in order to get any value out of this guy. But like, dude, New Stomper is like so stupid. I don't know why they gave him a hard CC. This guy's like top 15 now in the game. And then like, I feel the super being like variable distance is like, it makes his, I don't know, he just like completely molests tanks now. It's just so stupid. I I just think like Stomper alone kind of makes him a dishonest brawler. I'm not gonna lie, that thing is on such a short cooldown as well, and he gets super so quick. I just hate facing Bull and Ladder now. He's so annoying. Pre-rework Bull was incapable of dishonesty. Yeah, that you're so right. That's exactly what it is. This guy is so dishonest now. I don't know what, but he's a lot better. I do have to admit. I think old Bull was clunky, but like at least he was honest. My chat's super delayed. Let me see. It is on a delay, but I think that's normal. I'll just keep rolling, I think. Buzz might be borderline, I think. I don't know. Like, auto charge super is like kind of silly, and his hypercharge super is like really dumb too. But like, I don't know. I might put him cheesy. Buzz is tough. I don't know where to put this guy. He's like either B or C. I don't think he can go any higher or lower. I mean, he has like one terrible gadget. His hypercharge is really good. His gadget's like okay. He's like kind of honest if it wasn't for his hypercharge super, I'm not gonna lie. And oh yeah, and his auto charge super, that thing is stupid too. Maybe I'll put that in like borderline then. I think everything but those two things, like he's pretty honest. Byron's probably like A or B, I think. I don't think he has any like crazy gimmick. Where did I put him before? Let me see. I put Byron A last time. I think that's fine. Carl's A. I think Carl would be like S if it weren't for like his gadgets, I think. It just, the fact that they like change his matchup so much, and like the fire gadgets actually just, it does too much damage. It's kind of stupid. Like flying hook just makes you good into like anything ranged, and then like the fire just makes you good into like anything with health as well, and just does too much damage. I don't think I can put him in honest just because of that. Other than that, he's like pretty honest though. Colette. Dude, Colette's so weird because she's really good into like tanks and like anything with mid-size health, but then she's like terrible in like any other situation. I might put her in I might put her in cheesy. I don't know. If Heist wasn't reworked to have like the 25% marks on the save, then like I don't know, dealing 50% with a hypercharge is pretty stupid, but other than that, she's like not that crazy, I think. I think there's like, I don't know. I think the percentage damage is a bit dishonest against tanks, but it's like so bad against everything else that maybe she's like B. I'm just gonna put her in C. I think that's fine. Colt gotta be A. The only thing that keeps him from being honest is probably just like speed loader, I think. I think that gadget, when you just like spam out 5 shots in like 2 seconds, is like pretty stupid. It's pretty dishonest, if I had to admit. Like, as much as I like Colt, that I don't think speed loader is pretty fair. Even though it's pretty bad, and Colt's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in A. Crow gotta be like... There's like so many new broken gimmicks that like his poison isn't even that crazy anymore, I think. I'm just gonna put him in C. I do still think Poison's pretty dishonest. It's like extremely annoying to fight. I'm just gonna put it there just because of it. Daryl. Daryl gotta be in C. I just think the auto charge super is pretty stupid. There's like not much else going for him besides that, I think. But like the fact that he gets 2 rolls from an auto charge super is like pretty silly in my opinion. Crow is OG dishonest. He's annoying but not dishonest. He has to put in the work to do. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But like the fact that it's like so easy just to get value out of him is like a little silly in my opinion. I don't know. You could probably argue for him to be like B as well, I think. Daryl gotta be C though. I think having 2 rolls on an auto charge super is like dumb. I've already said. I don't know, I don't have a script for this, I'm just going off the top of my head for these. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Crow and C. I'm actually gonna put Edgar in like B, maybe. I don't know. I think he has an auto charge super, but like I don't know. It's like I think he's like so. He doesn't have much going for him besides like that and like his lifesteal, but his lifesteal isn't even that crazy for one. And like he jumps on somebody, he's not like that tanky of a brawler, so like he only wins like certain matchups against like squishies. Even then, like it's kind of hard for him to kill unless like they either have like no ammo or they're like they just don't win the DPS battle. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of honest. Like, some people might think he's like C or D. I think he may be B, actually. I think I'm gonna keep him in B. I put M's in like A when I was doing this earlier. She doesn't have any like insane gimmick. Her super is just like mediocre, and like the only way you'd like her damage is crazy, but the only way you get hit by everything is like if you walk back when you're fighting her, or like you're dumb and stand still. I think the only thing that's keeping her out of honest is probably just like the amount of damage she can put out. I think is just like a bit too easy, but she's got her like counters, and like you can kind of outplay her if you just like have a bit more than 2 brain cells. Other than that, she's pretty honest. I hate Eve. I'm just gonna say it. I hate Eve. This brawler's so annoying on like certain maps. Just being able to walk on water and then like the pets spawning is like just so annoying. I'm gonna put her in C. I don't care. Fang's like also a B or C. Most people are just gonna be putting B or C, I think. He got a like super damage buff recently. I don't know why, but like he's a lot stronger because of it. But like, is he honest? I mean, he has a hard stun gadget, and like his popcorn does like insane damage now. I think he's like a bit more dishonest than the average assassin. Oh shoot, and then like, yeah, you can just auto aim his super a bunch. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in C. I think that's fair for him. Dude, Frank gotta be C now. I think like pre-rework, he's probably like the most honest brawler in the game. Maybe. No, I mean like his old damage gadget did like 50% more damage. You could like one shot with that. That's pretty that. Besides that, though, he used to be pretty honest, but now with like his insanely fast unload, when he gets his health low, is like, this brawler's pretty dishonest. I'm not gonna lie. I used to like old Frank before his rework, but now he's just like kind of stupid. I do have to admit. And like, oh yeah, and his hypercharge is like, I don't think it's like the strongest, but it's like, it's pretty stupid, I have to admit as well. I'm biased. This brawler is so dumb. Slow on every shot is stupid. It's not fun to fight. It's not fun to use, I don't think, that much. And then like, dude, his super used to stun for like 2 seconds with his other star power. Now it's like, I think it's like half a second or like 0.7 seconds, I don't know. But I just hate how much CC this thing has. Like, slow on main attack, yeah. Double push on hypercharge can like team wipe if you're like very lucky. And then like Twister Gadget is like actually so stupid. And his jump pad's like, it used to be broken too. I just have so much hate for this roller. I hate Gale so much. I'm so happy he's bad now. But like, yeah, I'm gonna put him in D. This thing is ass. I hate this thing. Gene gotta be in cheesy, I think. Like, fact that he has what? Auto aim super. Vengeful Spirits is tracking gadget that does like 1.6k. His basic attack is like crazy chip shot. That thing is not fair, I swear. And then like, I don't know, like the healing thing is a little silly. I can't put him any higher than C. That thing is like a bit dishonest in my opinion. Say that place the next 3 brawlers without saying dumb or stupid. I know. It's just that there's some abilities in this game where like they're just too much for me, man. Griff is like pretty honest, but I think his super does like way too much damage, and his hypercharge super is like insanely strong. Like, the first time I saw his hypercharge, I'm like, oh, that thing pierces through walls and it shoots twice? Alright, I've seen enough. This that super is way too strong. Other than that, he's like fine, but I just can't put him higher just because of it. He does like 6k damage point blank with that super. It's not fair. That thing is not fun. Grom might be A, I think. Like, the only thing keeping him, like, I'm debating putting him maybe lower because of his gadget, like the triple shot one, but if you get hit by that, it's probably the same thing as, like, M's. You're probably not, you probably don't have more than, like, half a brain cell, maybe, to get hit by that. And his shots are hard to hit, too, so he has to kind of work and aim to, like, do any damage. Otherwise, just, like, everyone jukes your shots, it's too easy. I think it's like fine to be an A for that guy. Jackie. I think Jackie's A. The fact that she's like so close range and like, I don't know. She has to kind of take risk in order to like do any damage to things is like, I think that's pretty honest to me. The only thing keeping her from maybe being like completely honest is like, 1, her speed gadget's a little silly. 2 is like auto charge super when you get hit is kind of dumb, but like I don't think that's enough to put her down anymore or up anymore. I was told this earlier, but like her team up with like Gray super is like very strong as well, but I don't know if I should like do rankings based on pairings or combinations like that. I'm just gonna do it based on like individual brawlers. I think Jackie's probably A just because of that. Janet. Where did I put her before? I think I put her in like. Dude, I put her borderline? What the heck? I mean, her basic attack takes time to charge up. So she kind of has to like. She has a basically built-in delay with her attacks. I think her like vision gadget's a little silly. The fact that it chips out, but it's like on such a short health pool. I don't think it's like too crazy. The only thing that's keeping her from going like higher is probably just her super. I think like the invuln is a little bit dishonest. Maybe a little bit more than a little bit. That thing is a little silly. Jessie gotta be honest. Like, there's nothing in her kit that like forces a win. If you die to a Jessie, you probably just get outplayed. I don't know. Turret's not that crazy. I don't think either of the gadgets are that dishonest. Like this, what's it called? The one where it shoots very fast is not that strong, I don't think. Spark Plug's pretty good, but it's only like a slow, it's not even like a stun, so like. And her shots don't do that much damage either. I'm just gonna put her an honest. I think he's an honest brawler. Leon, I'm probably gonna put in B. I know that the hypercharge super is like really strong, and Invis is like inherently dishonest, but the fact that he doesn't like auto charge either of those, and he has to like actually shoot people, do damage, and it takes a while to get both his Invis and his hyper, I think he's like pretty honest. I probably can't put him higher just because of his super, though. But that's fine. Lou is pretty dishonest. I mean, Freeze just on the basic attack. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. That thing is pretty strong. And then his super being like... What's it called? The fact that you like slip on his super is like... really strong as well. And you get frozen while you stand on it, and his hypercharge is an insta-freeze. That brawler is not honest. You lose to a Lou, you're blaming the game, not the Lou. Or sorry, you're blaming the game, not his skill. I mean, his shots are hard to hit, but the fact that he has like so many forms of CC in his kit is like insanely dishonest to me. I don't know. I think Max is like borderline. She would be A if it wasn't for like her hypercharge giving both hypercharge and supercharge and lasting like 8-10 seconds. I don't know. I think B is fine for Max. This brawler is so dishonest, I can't lie. I play so much of Dynamite. The demo super, dealing 6k damage and one-shotting half the cast, and the stun. Yeah, this thing is not fair. The fact that his like shots are like so hard to hit, I don't think that matters that much when you have a one-shot super and a hard stun gadget that, like, if you hit it, you do, like, another 6k damage from, like, auto-aim shots alone. Mortis gotta be, like, I think Mortis is just, like, B. Like, his hypercharge super is really strong and can, like, team wipe the entire team in, like, half a second, but... And the fact that you like change super so quickly, I just, I think it like takes a lot of risk in order to like get a super though, and like it takes skill to like chain him back. I'm just gonna put him in B. I think that's fine. He's a lot more honest than a lot of the brawlers below him. Mr. P is not honest. I hate the porters. I hate his porter gadget. I hate his bounce shot. This thing has caused me so much trauma, especially when he came out. Oh, and the hypercharged porters too? Yeah, this guy's going in cheesy. And he gotta be cheesy. I think the split shot at the very end is pretty stupid. And the fact that she's good in both, like, poke and in, like, close range. She does, like, if you do, like, one basic shot and then her super point blank, it does, like, 9k damage up close. It's, like, very strong in bushes. And her poke's very strong. Her super is, like, not that crazy. It takes a lot of skill in order to, like, drive that thing around. And if you get hit by it, it's, like, and then you just probably drove it well. But, like, yeah, this thing just does too much damage, I think. And, like, pokes out way too well. Hypercharged Mortis is S tier fraudulence that has to bump him down to A tier. Are you saying his hypercharge is honest? You mean? And, like, he should be A just because it's, like... Sorry, you're saying he's honest, but his hypercharge makes him go down A tier? Or, like... You mean down to B tier, like where I have him? I'm just gonna keep him in B tier. I think the fact that they changed super so easily is, like, a bit dishonest, but that does take some skill, I do have to admit, so that keeps him a bit honest. But moving on, I think Nita's honest. It's not, the only crazy thing about her kit is, like, her stun, but even then that's on, like, when you press it, there's a delay before the stun comes out, so it's, like, pretty telegraphed. And you have to be standing right next to the bear, or be, like, out of position for the stun to actually hit. So, like, Nina's a pretty honest character. Otis is cheesy. I think having an ability like Mute is really unfun and dishonest. Like, being able to stop someone from playing the game is, like, not fun. Anything with hard CC, or, like, a Mute like Otis, is just, like, unfun game design, in my opinion. Pam's probably, like, borderline. The only thing keeping her being higher or lower is, like, her scrap sucker gadget, I think, is a little silly. Other than that, she's, like, pretty honest. How many more brawlers? There's so many more brawlers, man. I might blitz through a few of these, I think. Let me see. I'm surprised I haven't gotten to more of the dishonest characters. There's a lot of them in this game. Or, like, the fail. They're, like, later down the line, though. Penny's pretty cheesy. I think the turret's pretty silly. And, like, the salty barrel, being able to place that down and, like, delete someone in front of you is a little silly as well. Piper's... Where'd I put Piper before? She's probably, like, borderline. The only thing keeping her from going higher is, like, her homing gadget. That thing is pretty stupid, I do have to admit. That thing is not fair. Poco's pretty honest. There's nothing too crazy about his kit. Even his hypercharge is pretty mediocre. Anything he does is, like, pretty earned, I think. Like, even if his shot is so wide, the fact that it doesn't do that much damage, and, like, his healing is based on his super, which takes a while to get, is, like, pretty fair, I think. Like, Screeching as well might put him A, but I think he's honest enough, even with it. Primo... Where did I put Primo before? Put Primo A. I think he's, like, A for the same reasons as, like, Jackie is, really. There's nothing, like, too crazy about his kit. Rico is, like, cheesy. This thing is not fair. one, his multi-ball launcher is like, it does insane damage. It used to do even more, but like, the fact that it just deletes people near you now is like a little unfair. The one thing about Rico always has been like, he's had lower health than other brawlers, so like if you run him down, like that's his own weakness. But like, one, multi-ball launcher just removes that weakness because you just delete people in front of you. And then like, two, the fact that the shots bounce is like really, really strong. I don't know. Like the only reason you don't see him more as of recently is just because like, I don't think multi-ball launcher saves him from like Kaze, Draco, Lily, Kenji, Shade, all those things. I just run him down, you know? Or Hank even. I forgot to rap on chat in the stream. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been. This is like my first time putting chat on the stream, so if it's like really scuffed, then like my bad. I'll try to work on it maybe. I've been trying to like mess with it, and I've only added it in recently. Rosa's honest. I think she's pretty honest. Like, she doesn't do that much damage up close. I think her slow gadget is a little silly, and like, maybe her damage reduction super is a bit crazy, but I don't think it's like that. She has to, yeah, I don't know, she has to work pretty hard to get value, I think, so that makes her pretty honest. Maybe Infinite Bush gadget makes her go down a peg as well. Infinite, let me think. Slow gadget in bushes, Infinite Crest placement gadget, insane damage reduction super. Actually, I might just put her down a peg. I think A is probably fine for Rosa. I'm gonna put Ruffs in honest. I think his bounce shot's a lot better designed than it is Rico's. The treats aren't that crazy. You can snowball pretty hard with them, and the hypercharge one's pretty good, but like, he doesn't do that much damage, and I don't think his super is that crazy, to be honest. I think there's crazier supers in the game than Ruffs nowadays. He just has like so many weaknesses that I think he's pretty honest. And his shots are kind of hard to hit because they're so short. Sandy's cheesy. That super is just not fair. The fact that he controls like a third of the entire map is crazy. Shelly's probably honest. I don't have much to say on Shelly. I think she's just like, she might be like the brawler of the game, I think. That's like easy to pick up. Not that hard to master. Which keeps her pretty honest. Lola's probably A. I don't think she has anything that crazy going for her. Meg is pretty cheesy. I think the spam shot in the like her rework making her shots like so wide and like so spammy, and then like this the mech swing just dealing a bunch of damage is like a bit cheesy, I do have to admit. Spike is honest. There's nothing about him that's like unfair, I think. Like, you could argue curveball makes him A. I don't think that's enough to make him A, because like you can still dodge curveball. Sprout's cheesy. Bounce shot, basic attack, wall off super. You can reclaim the wall to place it back down. That's pretty cheesy. Squeak, he has a 4K gadget, or 4K damage gadget that goes halfway across the map. His other gadget's like a slow field that lasts forever on the map, and it sees through grass. His super is like okay, I guess. There's nothing too crazy about it. Like, people don't even run the slow start power on his super anymore because they go for the damage on his like basic attack plus the wind up one. But just the fact that his gadgets exist make him like extremely cheesy. Oh no, I am not from Manitoba. When they say the Manitoban server, they're referring to Luki. That's what Toonie was referring to. Where did I put Stu? Stu's like A, I think. The only thing keeping him from being... he's pretty honest, but the fact that his supercharges in like one hit is pretty crazy in my opinion. And the fact that he can get wall break off of it as well. And it heals him. I think A is pretty fine for him. I wouldn't put him any higher than this. I wouldn't put him any lower either. I think Surge is like B. He's not that strong right now. There's like better anti-tank options, but like he just makes tanks unplayable if he's good, I think. He's just like really unfun to fight. I think same goes with like Tara. Very unfun to fight if you're like a tank player. I think the only thing keeping her from going to A is her hypercharge super being insanely strong. That thing covers like so much area, it's like unmissable really. And it doesn't even take that long to charge if you have a good matchup, I think. She could probably go A, maybe, as well. You can probably debate that. I'm gonna say it, this thing is this thing is dishonest. This thing is not fair. This thing sits back in the back line, like 20 miles away from the other team and spams mines down. If you hit it once, it starts regenning in 1 second, and when you do get up close to it, which is where it's supposed to be bad, he has a close range tick head which does 4k damage, and he has a get out of jail free card with his like his shield gadget, which gives him like damage reduction and a knockback. This thing is filthy, I do have to admit. Gus is pretty cheesy after his buffs. I think the knockback on super he needed, but like it makes him, I think his kit's a bit overbloated now. Like the fact that his ghost shot, you have to like be actively counting it, or you have to see like the yellow balloon when he shoots is like very hard to deal with because it does like 4k damage if he hits you in the balloon. His hypercharged super does like pretty good damage if you're up close, and it has a knockback from his regular super, which is pretty strong. If he didn't have like the knockback on his super, I could put him B, but the fact that he has that and the 4k shot with the cookie popper is like pretty crazy in my opinion. I'm gonna put him in C. Sam's pretty honest. I think he's like, he has the same reasons being here as like BB is. He has to like actively take risk in order to like actually get value, and like the fact that he's so reliant on having his gloves all the time and he has to play around them is like keeps him pretty honest in my opinion. Even the pulling gadget I don't think is enough to put him down to A. Buster is cheesy. I think the reflex super is really the reflex super is really strong, and the fact that he auto charges it based on having teammates around him is pretty strong as well. I think anything with auto charge super is like probably in cheesy. The only one I don't have in here is like Edgar and like Buzz, but they don't do like insane amounts of damage like, I don't know, Daryl does, or like has knockback like Daryl does in order to be put into cheesy. Like Buzz has a stun, but like one, you have to aim it, and like two, it's hard to land. And then like Edgar's just like not that oppressive compared to Daryl up close. Ooh. Finally, one I can put in filth. This thing is disgusting. I don't know why they keep buffing Chester. Or like, I don't know why they buff Chester at all. I don't... This thing is actually completely dishonest. This guy might be like top 5 most dishonest brawlers in the game. He has a super that you never know what he's gonna shoot out with, because he has like 5 of them. His basic attack reaches like a sharpshooter's distance and does like 1.4k, which is like not a lot, but like the fact that he's decent at poke, and the fact that he can do like a 10k damage in like 3 shots up close is like insanely crazy. I don't know why they made this brawler good. And his hypercharge super basically being like his best super, the bomb always, is like, I don't know. I do not like this brawler. That thing is completely dishonest. Gray is cheesy. I think the hook is really good. And the fact that you can cheese so much with the hypercharge super and his regular super, like being able to go up to a hot zone while still having your immunity bubble is like, I think it speaks for itself, really. Mandy is probably down here. I probably wouldn't put... She could probably go in, like, here if you really, really hate Mandy. The fact that her shot is, like, so long, for one. She doesn't have to interact very much with a lot of the cast, because she just, like, stands still and outranges everyone. Her super charges pretty fast. It's, like, 4 shots, I think. And then, like, the super dealing 5k damage from across the map. If you're unlucky, you get hit by one. And that hypercharge super is actually... I don't know why they added that into the game. That thing is too crazy. It sells so many knockout games. The fact that she can do like 7k and you don't even see her on the map and it's like unreactable is like, it's so dumb. You could put her in F if you really wanted to. I think there's like maybe enough skill shots needed with her, like basic attack, and you can argue that her super is pretty like, what's the word for it? You need to have like good intuition to use it. You could argue that as well. That's why I'm not putting her in F. I do think it takes some amount of like game hours, intuition, knowledge in order to use her. But you can also just be extremely lucky as well. So I'm just going to put her in D. RT's pretty cheesy. It's not like Bell, where the mark lasts forever on his basic attack, but like, I think his gadget, which allows him to go into his super immediately, just like, it makes it so I think he's like a bit too well-rounded. He's not like that strong, but dealing like 8k damage once just because he has his gadget and you get close to him is like a little insane in my opinion. I think Willow's like A tier honesty. For one, her basic attack's kind of hard to land. 2, her super is a skill shot. The only way it isn't is if you like get extremely up close to her, but she's really weak if you get up close to her because she's like a lobber. And then like 3, her best gadget, the get out of jail free card, like her dive, if you misuse it, you get punished really heavily for it if you like do it in a bad spot. So that's why I think I'm gonna put her in A. The only reason she isn't like completely honest in my opinion is like the super ability is quite strong. I think it's a little cheesy in my opinion. Other than that, she's like pretty fine. I hate Hank. I'm gonna put him in F. Oh my gosh, what do I say about this thing? The fact that he shoots through the through walls with a shot that does 4.2k damage is actually busted. The fact that his super basically gives him a decent matchup into tanks even as well, on top of the wall thing. Like, his super does like 8k if you just stand on top of a tank and super. Like, that's pretty dang strong. And then, like, he gets a heal on top of that. That is not fair. And his hypercharge super, I know it's nerfed, but like, why do they have to add homing things in this game? It's actually so unfun to fight. I don't know. They gotta start nerfing this thing more. I know they nerfed his health recently, but I want to see this thing back in, like, D tier. This thing is, like, so stupid. I hate facing Hank. I hate drafting against Hank. I hate drafting Hank. This thing is gotta go. Maze is pretty cheesy. I think the AoE super and the slow is, like, pretty strong. And, like, her basic attack doing, like, 3k a hit is a little unfair, in my opinion. Where did I put Cord before? I put him in D. He does so much damage now. And Shadow Realm's always been, like, completely unfair. Like, he used to even be able to use his gadgets in there, which is, like, silly. And he even has a mute gadget, which I don't like. Just like Otis, I don't like abilities like that are, like, easy to land and, like, make the opponent unable to play the game. And then his hypercharge is, like, a free kill on anyone. The thing is, like, not honest at all. Doug's cheesy. I don't know what else to say. I don't play Doug, I don't see Doug a lot, but, like, Revive itself is just, like, a dishonest ability. Pearl's probably C, I think. You could argue B, but, like, I think the fire gadget is just too much. It does so much damage on top of, like, a fully charged attack. Hank should always be bad. It was funny when you could play Hank to troll for memes because of his comical aiming or win about skill. He's not fun when he's not trash. I agree. I agree. This thing's gotta be trash. Please nerf this thing. I hate that this is good in comp. It's so silly. This thing should not be competitive. I think Chuck might. I don't know where to put Chuck. Like, he's one of the ones where I'm like, you could completely outskill someone just based on, like, he has CC, he has decent damage, he has great mobility, but you have to set up. It's, like, the only thing. But, like, he's just so boring when you play him in Heist. You just place down a line and run at the safe and come back and forth and back and forth. If you play him in anywhere... Oh, sorry. What did I do? What did I do? I'm just gonna, like, put it like this. I don't know what I did. I think if you play him in anywhere but Heist, he's probably, like, B or A, but if you only play him in Heist, he's, like, D or F. You know, he's definitely F if you play him in Heist. But if you play him anywhere else, he's probably, like, here. He might even be honest, really. But he's probably not honest just because he has, like, he has really easy access to CC and his super does so much damage. But, like, yeah, I'm just gonna put him in D. Just because he's mainly played in Heist. This thing, I don't know why they gave her range back. This thing is dishonest. I think Cocoon by itself is, like, such a dishonest ability. Like, you basically keep someone from playing the game, or, like, you force a 2v3 if you land this thing, for one, or Cocoon, and, like, it just makes the game so much easier. You just, like, either delay that guy's death for another 10 seconds or like 5 seconds. And she also has a singular ammo, which can like easily be spammed like Carl. But yeah, that's also why I haven't put Carl up higher, just because he has like one shot that's easily spammable. Same thing with Charlie. But like, her kit's just so much better than Carl's. And like, so much more well-rounded against like snipers. You have the spiders. Against like tanks, you have the cocoon. Cocoon itself is really strong. Her hypercharge isn't that good, but like, I just don't like well-rounded brawlers that are like too good. She's just dishonest in my opinion. Have I memorized my player ID? Yeah, I have. 9RLJUCL. I think Miko's like... Where'd I put Miko? I put Miko in cheesy. I think his basic attack is like really strong. The ammo steal is dumb. The slow is dumb. His super is dumb. Just gives him invincibility frames for no reason. It's really strong in like 5v5 knockout. Or just knockout in general, I guess. If he's ever good there. This thing is filth. Invisibility on gadget. Hard stun on super. The fact that his hypercharge lets him mount onto people and not be attached to them. This thing is not fair. I don't know why they gave him that and gave Chuck such a bad hypercharge. I don't even play Showdown, but like the Showdown power cube star powers is like not fair either. This thing is like completely filthy. Larry Laurie, I think they're actually kind of fair. Their basic attack's like really annoying, and like the heal gadget's also pretty annoying too to deal with. But I don't know, they're just like a lobber. They're not like, I didn't play during peak Larry and Laurie, but like, I think this, I don't know, he's like the best well-rounded lobber probably, if not for like Willow, just because of like the aggro meta going on. He just struggles a little more than Willow does, but if it weren't for that, I think he'd still be in cheesy probably. Kit should be more of a support than an assassin. He's more of an assassin. Yeah, I don't know why he's designated as support. He's pretty like decent at being an assassin as well, you're right. And yeah, Kit, tank, and KO. I know I'm not like I'm not basing these off like brawler pairings like Jackie and Gray, but like I think Kit just enables so much bullshit. I don't know. That thing has gotta be in filth. I think he might be like, I don't know if he's top 3 most dishonest. I think with his hypercharge, maybe. I think he's like top 5 for sure. This thing's like top 2. This thing's top 2 most dishonest thing. I have to admit, I hate Hank so much. Angelo's pretty cheesy. I don't know what to say. His Pierce is like keeping him here, I think, like the Pierce gadget. He does like 4k a shot. It's not that crazy, but like, and he walks over water. I think cheesy just fine for him. Melody is cheesy. Being able to dash with your invincibility bubble is silly. The fact that she does so much damage up close as well, and her supercharge is pretty fast, I'm gonna put her there. Draco is filth. I don't know what to say. I don't know why they give him such a good hypercharge. Okay, he's like not that strong in like his normal form, but or is like his fire form really, but like the only thing that's keeping him like dishonest is like his heal on his super is pretty strong, but it's the invincibility gadget. This thing just Like, if it weren't for that, maybe he'd actually be, like, here, I think. But, like, the fact that that gadget exists and it's the only thing keeping him, like, relevant is, like, I don't know. They, they've already, like, removed abilities like that before with, like, 8-Bit's Extra Life and B's, like, Honeycoat, wherever she is. I don't know where I put B here. Like, where it just lets you have basically an extra life, but they keep it on Draco just because he kind of needs it. That gadget is, I don't know why they keep it in the game. Such bad game design, I think. Melody's the only brawler released in the last 3 years that has a skill cap. Is that I don't know. That would be like 2022. I feel like there's been other brawlers with skill cap other than Melody. I don't think Melody takes that much skill either, to be honest. It's like her shot's like not that hard to hit. It's pretty fast. And you can just like run down people. Like you go in like a straight line and you go like diagonal and like all your notes hit them and it does like 4k damage. It's not like that insanely hard to use, I think. Lily is filth for like a lot of the same reasons these assassins are in filth. I hate the Shadow Realm gadget. I don't know why. They should like make that a 30-second cooldown or something. That thing is crazy. And then like the hypercharge super, I hate the hypercharge super so much. The fact that you can choose anyone to take out of the game, like a free kill if you have that, which one, it auto charges because she has the auto charge perk if you stand near people. And like two, she gets it so quickly too. It just makes like right now it makes like half the mids in like gem grab like impossible to play just because like you have nothing against Lily hyper. Like she hypers you and like she takes all the gems. She goes into Shadow Realm, gets halfway across the map where her teammates can support her and like win the game. This thing is actually filthy. It's disgusting. I hope they nerf this thing. I hope they nerf her hyper, at least. And like, maybe make her supercharge rage a little shorter. And nerf the Shadow Realm gadget. There's just so much they need to do with this thing, I swear. Barry's cheesy, I think. The heal's like pretty dang strong. And the fact that he can't do much by himself, I think. And he has to like support others and enable others to do like pretty crazy stuff. Just because he like heals so much and he gets a super based on healing people is pretty cheesy in and of itself. I don't know what to put Clancy, man. I think Clancy might just be like B. Like he used to be I haven't faced a Clancy in so long. I've only faced him like on release when he was like insanely broken. Like when his Sage 3 charged like twice as quick. And I think he did more damage even. But but right now he's like so mediocre. I think he's probably just B. He has to work so hard to get his level ups compared to before. And like I don't think he's that scary in level 3 anymore. And his hypercharge didn't do much for him, I think. I'm just gonna put him in B. No pun intended, I think Mo might be cheesy. He's like Spike if he was like twice as annoying with his shots. They're like, unlike Spike, where it's like a telegraph shot, the fact that Mo shoots 3 and they cover such a large distance and they all like shoot in. They shoot in a consistent pattern, but like the fact that like shoots 3 I don't know. It's just like so much worse than Spike is. And his super is like hard CC. No, sorry, not hard CC. It's like soft CC, it just knocks you back compared to like Spike's slow. And it's like completely auto aim super is a little silly. I think that's a bit cheesy in my opinion. Lancey is cancer because if you have an idiot teammate or two, you're cooked because they won't feed supers but levels. I mean, yeah, but like I don't even know if I'm afraid of a level 3 Clancy anymore. But like, if you have teammates with brain cells, he has to work so hard to get his level up that I think he's probably just B. Like, randoms are gonna be randoms. Like, these brawlers are gonna feel like filth against randoms, all the honest brawlers, to be honest. So, I don't know if I'm gonna count randoms in this tier list against them. Kenji is filth. The heal gadget's, like, really silly, paired alongside his lifesteal, his super giving him invulnerability frames, and that hypercharge super is like, yeah, I think it speaks for itself. This brawler, I think what would be my top 3 for Phil? I hate having Buzz Lightyear here, because he's not in the game anymore, but like, I don't know, top 3 might be like these 3, Buzz, Hank, and like Lily. I think they're the worst. I think Juju's pretty dishonest. The range on her, like, bush shots are, like, so annoying to deal with. Gregory has a lot of health. He has a shield sometimes, and he slows sometimes. She can go invisible and assassinate people. Juju is crazy. Crazy dishonest. Oh, wait. Wait, this thing is filth too. Okay, we're getting to a lot of filth now, actually. I hate Shade. I hate the way he's designed. I don't like that he passively charges super. I feel like they should remove that, even if he's terrible. I hate being shot through walls by this thing. And like, his hypercharge super, when I saw it, it's like, oh my god, this is just more damage slop, isn't it? And it was, because he does so much damage. And he's so fast, and you can't hit him in his hypercharge super. It's so fun. I love hypercharge stars. But yeah, he's going down here. It's totally deserved. So is Meeple. Like, I don't know how good he is now after his buffs, but like, even without them, he's just designed. He's designed so dishonest. Like, he has a homing basic attack. His super allows anyone to pierce through walls. He has a insane AoE stun. And he has that box gadget as well. Oh my god. That box gadget is actually so silly. But yeah, this guy's dishonest. What can I say? I think he's like kind of intended to be. But like, yeah, he's down here. I haven't faced a ton of Ollie. I know he's annoying in Knockout. But aside from his gadget, mind control, I think he has to work pretty hard to get his super mind control to go off. So he's probably just gonna go here, I think. The jump gadget's also a bit silly, but I probably wouldn't put him in dishonest. I think Thanks is dishonest, though. His go back in time gadget is really strong, and his super is like really annoying to deal with. If you're like half the cast, you just can't hit him unless you're like, I don't know, Amber, Bo. I've seen people use M's against him. There's like some brawlers that can hit him in his super, but the fact that I don't know, his super is like it shoots 3 projectiles that's really hard to miss. Along with, you can speed that up with your super, and you can shoot like 6 shots in a row with your gadget. Yeah, this thing's like dishonest. This thing's so dishonest as fuck. He's not probably like, I don't think he's down here, but he's like I think he's just gonna be in D. Same thing with Lumi, honestly. It's just like Carl and Charlie, but like slightly better before her nerfs. She's still pretty strong now. I think the the ice gadget is just like, I don't know why they designed it like that. That's actually so dumb. It's just like free map control just for shooting up the map. Just like placing down your morning stars is actually so annoying to deal with. And then her super is like not that hard to land, I'd assume. I haven't used her, but I faced against her. And like the stun is pretty strong, I think. Along with her hypercharged one, which is like it covers an insane amount of area. She's probably just gonna go into Dishonest. I don't think she's like as bad as these brawlers down here, but like she's still pretty dishonest. I don't know what else to say really. Jaeyoung's probably just in cheesy, I think. Like just a better support than most of the other ones. Just because he can do everything all at once. And his damage gadget does so much damage too. Like it's a, what is it? 1,300 burst, and then his shots do 2,300, I think. This guy's a bit crazy. He's not like super strong, but he's pretty good, I think. And the last one, Kaze. I don't know whether to put her like here or here. I think I'm gonna put her in Dishonest actually, like D. She has like insane mobility. Her ninja form does a lot of damage up close, and you can get up close using the geisha form like dashes. Her geisha form super, like the AoE one, really strong area control. She does, yeah. Why does a brawler need to be able to do all that? She just does everything. She has like map control with her geisha form super. She can assassinate people in geisha form if she runs up to like throwers. If she faces tanks, she goes into her ninja form and like pokes them out. And then like her geisha form, sorry, not her geisha form, her ninja form hypercharge super, one-shotting people if they reach the what is it, like the 4k damage break point is like, it's even been nerfed, but like I think it's so unfair. But she's not she's not as bad as any of these things. I actually hate all these brawlers so much. Like some of the dishonest ones I actually don't mind fighting that much, depending on the map, but like it doesn't matter what map these guys are on, I actually hate facing all these guys. I don't no one really runs the honest brawlers anymore just because the game is just like designed like this right now. Mobility creep and damage creep, you might be right. But would I change around anything on this? I think I'm pretty happy with what I have. I like how the only like characters with like hard CC up here is like Nita with Gadget, Buzz Super, and then like Bonnie Hyper. Like a stun. Oh, I guess Willow too. And like everyone else is down here. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what I have here. Yeah, if you disagree with me in any way, I don't care, because I think I'm right, for the most part. I don't know what else I want to do for this stream. I would stream ranked, but this took longer than I thought it would. Alright, I might call it here. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. I don't know if I'll stream consistently. It just seems kind of fun to do. Or maybe I'll stream ranked this week and lose more elo. I don't know. Goodbye, chat. I'm done.